the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
So
which is
they are going to continue it. Which there's
I'm
been
hoping
a big,
that none of you guys
big...
thumbs down on this one.
No.
Okay.
I'm happy with this. I just don't know where, because that's all they said was we are continuing the Planet of the Apes franchise. Obviously Avatar as well, but the other big properties that I think about, because I'm a horror guy, is Aliens and Predator, what they might do with those properties.
I just watched that new Predator movie. I think it got a lot of hate, and I enjoyed it.
It was not bad.
No.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty fun.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I went back and forth. Didn't the guys in the booth love it?
Yeah.
Cody?
Which movie? Predator?
The new
Predator.
one.
The
No,
Predator.
I did not like it.
Christian liked it.
Oh, I didn't like it at first, but I saw it again and I liked it more. It was fine.
It doesn't seem like an Alex movie. Alex?
I had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, maybe it was
Yeah.
Alex.
It's
Somebody
silly.
loved it.
It's silly.
It was one of you
I
guys
like
who
silly.
loved it.
What's your favorite movie, Steph?
Of all time?
Oh my gosh, that is so hard.
Have you seen About Time?
No,
It's so good.
that is so
It's
hard.
damn good.
It's About Time is beautiful. It made me cry. I don't think you're in a good emotional place to watch that right now.
No, maybe V for Vendetta or any
Really?
of the Austin Powers movies.
I'll give you all of them. 100%.
Austin Powers
Yeah.
is damn good.
Yeah.
What's yours,
So
Riley?
What's that?
What's your-
Favorite movie
yeah.
all
Jaws.
time? Jaws.
Oh, I knew that.
Really?
Jaws and E.T. They switch back and forth depending on my mood.
Phone home.
Yeah.
Good connection moment. What do you guys think? Are you surprised? Are you surprised that Planet of the Apes is going to be continuing now, or is this just duh?
I would say
information?
yes,
Yeah.
because I thought it was such a good
Yes, you're
ending.
surprised?
I'm surprised that they're bringing this, but it makes sense because I know that it's a good box office
What would you
draw.
do? What would you do next? Because it
Yeah.
felt like
I thought they would always work their way into the original, where then two astronauts fall to land, and then it's all about that because they did set up. I believe it's Nova. I think you're getting a Chevy Nova soon.
Yeah.
The woman that appears in the original Planet of the Apes, and she was introduced in War for the Planet of the Apes. So I thought they were going to go into that movie, which they could still do. I don't want to spoil War for the Planet of the Apes, but it definitely leaves it open.
What do you mean you don't want to spoil it?
I know it's an old movie, but spoilers being what they are.
What year
The
did
main
that movie
character-
come out, Riley?
I don't know.
This is the Schmodown.
2000. I don't know. 2017.
I
mean,
don't speak Spanish.
I feel like we
I was
are
right.
past the review embargo on that.
Yeah.
Possibly.
All right, so Caesar's gone.
There
you go.
There we
So
go.
Andy
Caesar.
Serkis, he could direct it. You never know. But they could continue the story. So I'm not surprised that they're going to do that. It was the title that I hadn't heard about because I've been wondering about Alien and Predator.
Yeah,
and
yeah, and
some
you
of these
hadn't been
other
thinking about
things.
this.
Haven't been thinking about it. So it was a great surprise. I'll say that.
I think the same thing. It didn't necessarily shock me because it wasn't like, how could they possibly do that? And it does excite me because I love the way these look.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't really think that there was a weak one in the bunch.
No.
Yeah.
So
I totally agree.
So that
Agreed.
is whenever a franchise can do that. It's kind of like the Toy Story effect where it is risky to go for another one because when you're batting 100,
Right.
it's a little nerve-wracking, but Toy Story just did it. And not that they're similar movies, but sometimes you can go for that next one and you can do the same thing you did.
And let's be honest. We saw the last one in 2015, correct?
2017.
2017, excuse me.
Right?
Where have you
So
been for the
that's,
last 2
that's
minutes?
2 years. Okay, so that's 2 years ago. They're just talking about reviving this, so there probably isn't a script. There's no
Right.
director. There's none of that has been put in place. So let's just say they start filming end of 2021 at the earliest,
Sure.
perhaps.
Yeah.
That we wouldn't see one until 2022. So
22,
that's 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot that like the public has forgotten and maybe would want to see because it's not. Like, it's not too long. They're like, oh, they're bringing this thing back. And it's not
Yeah.
long enough. It's not, like, too short that you're like, oh, God, another one.
And I think they could do. They're going to look at money. So I think they could basically create a new trilogy that will lead us into the events of the original movie,
Yeah.
or remake the movie as the third movie in that trilogy. So they set up everything because there's a new colony of apes, and there's this and there's that, and so we get a new Andy Serkis, a new character to care about in
Caesar's too.
Caesar's son, who's
Caesar's
taking over.
Palace.
Correct.
Stuff excited, concerned.
I don't know what they'll do with it. I like the way it ended. I was happy with the way it ended, but I get that they would want to
Money.
make money with it.
Yeah, I kind of agree. Wow, it came out July 14th, which, guys, is the day after my birthday.
Kind
so
of
it's very
always scares
important.
me too, though. They're gonna make it even more realistic now, and
Well,
I just can't.
That's the crazy part because it's so. Josh,
creepy.
if you're accurate about 2022, say, let's just guess that. It looked so great in 2017, and movie technology is changing every single day.
Yeah.
Imagine what this would look like in 2022. I mean, we'll be able to touch them. I'll reach out, and Caesar's or whoever now's furriness will be on
I
me.
believe it's going to be retroactive, and they're going to start doing more practical effects and actually training gorillas to talk and shoot guns.
Nice.
What a prediction.
Can we get there?
What a weird
We're
prediction.
almost there.